Hello, I'm Bentham, and today we're going to play some more Factorio. So, in the last episode, we were trying to hook up a new iron producing base to the main base so that we can sort out our massive iron shortage. And so I'm slowly making progress with that. I'm just grabbing all of the iron off the production line, and some of the gears as well, because they actually help. You use gears to produce them. And then we had an alien attack, which was a bit worrying. Like, they got right up to the, well, they got up to the science labs, which is where there is stuff. But it's kind of worrying that they're that undefended, and I had to repair and restock the gun because we have, with the iron shortage, we've got a shortage of ammo as well, so it's all a bit of a problem. So I'm just trying to hook up this new iron producing thing as quickly as possible so that we can actually get a good supply and we can start producing a lot more stuff. So I'll go and build a furnace, grab some coal, and then just grab just a bit more iron, and so that we can set up the inserters and stuff, and then everything will be brilliant, and we will have a lovely supply of iron, at least until the iron deposits run out, which will probably be very soon. So there we go, it's finally operating and supplementing the main system. And then what do we do next? I'm trying to remember. I recorded this a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? I don't know. So we had another alien attack, and the gun actually ran out of ammo, which is worrying. I mean, in fact, both of them did. It was really quite a concerning thing, the number of aliens that are actually coming at us, because like the way I like to play involves surrounding everything with, well, building everything in the middle of trees, because you can't plant trees. But building everything in the middle of trees so that the aliens, the pollution doesn't get to the aliens, because all the trees absorb it. But in this one, there are no trees, so the pollution just goes on for miles, and it attracts many, many aliens. It's not what I like to play, because the more pollution there is, the more the aliens evolve, and you have to deal with ridiculously powerful ones that can just murder you horribly, even with certain suits on and things. So we're getting some more coal production, because I noticed we do have a little bit of a shortage of coal, because we do still have a lot of furnaces going that need a good supply. Also, our power supply is a little bit low, so I go and build another boiler to help it, and then run off, grab some more iron, and have a look to see what the relationship is between production and consumption with the iron ore. It looks pretty balanced. So what I go and do is I go and add some more miners. So really there was no point checking the balance, because I was going to just add more anyway, because we need more production, more of everything. So I've now got 3 miners working on that, and that will make an awesome supply of iron. And then we have another alien attack back at the main base, so I run off to check on that. And there's a bit more damage to be dealt with, and it's all just kind of worrying, just the number of alien attacks that we're having. I'm not used to this with my low carbon footprint stuff, but you can't really help it at the beginning, because you need solar panels and modules to make everything efficient. Anyway, I go grab some steel, have a look at the science labs, see what sort of speed they're working at. I just realised I can grab coal from the other side of the steam engine, so that means I don't have to keep running around that lake. So I'll go and refuel everything. I actually miss out the steel furnace, and then that runs out later. I decided that to deal with the alien threat, I'm gonna craft myself a crap ton of ammo and a submachine gun, because I think I'm gonna need it. And also I'm setting up production of stone bricks so that I can build some defensive walls, because the turrets keep getting damaged, and one of these days I'll lose 2 at once and it'll all be horrible. So I'm damn it, what do I do now? I can never that's the thing, I'm trying to keep up, but then I'm trying to remember what actually happens. I suppose what I'm basically doing right now is just building tons of turrets and defenses everywhere, and also trying to reduce carbon footprint in a couple of ways, like turning those 2 burner drills into 1 electric drill. Just setting up lots and lots of defenses, because I can see that it's only going to get worse. Yep, there we go, that's the biggest attack yet. Charging in and just being a pain. Like, it was a particular problem because I happened to be holding the ammo in my hand at the time, and it needs to be in the bar at the bottom to fire, so I'm just kind of panicking and trying to put the ammo where it's useful. But anyway, we go and grab some bricks and start making some walls and more guns and more ammo. And yeah, we're gonna have a war on our hands. I think that's quite clear. We're gonna have to defend ourselves if we want to survive on this barren world. More guns. Also more production of iron because we need it. And even more guns over on the coal thing. At this point I'm just putting guns on every like section of my facility before I build a defensive wall or anything like that. So I go and have a look at the power levels again, and once again they're a little bit fiddly, so I go over and build a 4th steam engine. And then we have an attack over on the coal mine, so it's a good job I just built that turret. I go and build another one. And then hook up this steam engine so that the power is alright again. And then I do things and stuff. I go grab some bricks. The crafting thing in the corner is just constantly guns and ammo and walls over and over. So I decide to start producing green science packs. So I have a look at what they require and what sort of system I'm going to need. And then I go to start setting it up. Extend the supply line a little bit, and then start crafting some assembler machines and things like that. The thing that the green science packs need is transporter belts and inserters. Now the transporter belts is easy because on the 2 conveyor belts I have going down the middle we've got cogs and iron. That's what you need. And then it's a little bit more complicated with the inserter arms because for that we need... There we go, another alien attack. This time they actually blew up one of the turrets, so I'm really panicking now, so I start building some defensive walls and things to try and stop the attacks, and they go into use pretty quickly as well. So in order to make the inserter arms I need to make some circuits, so for that I get some copper wires being produced. And then there's another alien attack on the newly built wall. Seems to be doing its job fairly well. So we set up the production of some copper wire so that we can make some circuits, and then the circuits can go into the inserters once they're done. In future I'll probably need to increase the production of circuits because they are used in a lot of things, and I have found in a lot of the games, well, I say a lot of the games, I haven't actually played that many, it's just the ones I've played a lot of. But you do find that circuits are difficult to keep up production of because of the ridiculous amount of copper wire they need. It's just difficult to get inserters that can churn them out quick enough, never mind the actual machines making them. So I start... Well, I've got the inserter and the transporter belt production set up, and so I start putting together all the conveyor belts, and then change my mind and make a mess. And then I set up the production, the green science producing thing. Let's get them all in. And once we have the green science packs up and running, we can do better science and more science. And hopefully it will help to defeat the aliens. That's the thing, I usually research military stuff last and try and work on solar panels and things like that, and oil production. But this time around, it's the aliens are such a threat that I'm actually putting a lot of... Oh, there's another attack over at the coal mine. So I decide this needs some defense, and I set up a wall around it with some more guns. It seems the main areas they're coming from at the moment are in the direction of the coal mine and from above generally, which I will cordon off to just stop them getting in. So I hook up the green science packs, and then I set up a second assembler, because the system I'm using here is to have two assemblers working on each type of science, just for a little extra production. And I go over and build a ton more walls, because now I'm going to go up and do the big defensive wall. And it looks like the iron supply is finally getting to be decent. We have another attack up on the little wall up there. So I go up and start continuing with the defences, building a big wall all the way along with tons of guns so that nothing will hopefully get through for a very long time. Because I'm just really not happy about this whole alien situation, because the thing is, when you have a game where you're really environmentally friendly and so that like there's barely any pollution, you don't get attacked, and you can generally expect that the game will you'll be fine, everything will go great. But the thing is with this, because there's so many alien attacks, there could just be a certain point where the aliens just charge in and destroy everything, and there's nothing I can do, not loading autosaves and trying to prepare or anything like that. It just becomes too powerful and I get horribly murdered. Though I suppose there is a limit to how many to how powerful the enemy can be. I suppose it just gets to, well, I don't know, production rates might just increase indefinitely, in which case I could be screwed. But anyway, I go and finish setting up the gun line. I just need to do a bit more wall, but it takes a while to cook all the stone. Also I say cook, that's a Minecraft term, damn it. But yeah, the miner has run out there now. I go and be all recycling friendly and all that, and use the miner that has finished with the stone to mine some more copper, because I noticed the supply is not as good as it could be. So I go set up a furnace and then change my mind and set it up on the other side. And then I take that over, burrow it underneath the iron thing, and then add it onto the main supply. So now we should have plenty of copper for a long time, because our usage isn't really that high. And then I decide that because this is war between me and the aliens this time around, I'm going to need an upgrade to my military capabilities, and so I get myself a assembler to build armor-piercing rounds, which usually I do a lot later on in a game, but this time round I need it pretty much straight away to help with the defense. Also, the good thing about armor-piercing rounds is it means that running at bases and mowing them down with machine guns is a viable option, at least when there's only one or two on and no others, and in the early game when you don't have so many large biters attacking you. So I'll finish off the wall, and then I go and build another lab. Even though we have a huge power shortage right now, I decide to just go build a lab anyway, and then deal with the power shortage. Only thing is, we've run out of room for more boilers on the main line of steam engines, so what I do is I run round to a different part of the conveyor belts for the coal and set up a second one. Again, this is something I don't usually like to do. I like to have lots of solar panels and accumulators, but I'm spending so much science and time on military efforts that I don't have time to work on like reducing pollution. It could be a problem later on. I'm focusing so much on defense that I can't focus on low carbon footprint, and that means the aliens are just going to keep coming and keep getting more and more angry. You can see more of them charging at the wall from various directions. They might be coming from both bases at once. The thing is that there's a tiny base and there's a huge base, which I'm very terrified of, which is where the big groups of them are coming from. But anyway, I've got some armor-piercing rounds produced now, so I'm putting them in every other turret for now, until I can get more and have enough to properly supply the defense line. But I also spot this little supply of stone here and set up production of that, turning it straight into the stone bricks. I should probably have something producing stone as well. There is another stone thing just there that I can use. I'll have a look at the power supply again, see how it is, and go and resupply the defensive line a bit more. Just trying to get as many turrets to have ammo as possible without leaving them with not enough to survive a single attack or whatever. Then I decide that it's time to go deal with these aliens, so I go charging in and horribly murder them all and nearly get myself killed. And I'm about to go home when I spot there's actually another group of aliens up in the top right, so I start producing some ammo for myself and waiting to heal a bit. And then I charge in and murder them all and nearly get killed, and that sound is my heartbeat at super high speed, which sounds a bit weird. I can't actually hear it right now. I watched the video through first to see what sounds you get, and then do the narration where I can't hear anything. I wonder if there's a way to actually change that. Probably not. Windows Movie Maker is not that complicated in its features. There's another alien attack up at the wall at the top, and this time I don't even bother checking. I just go down to the iron outpost and realise that I've not actually put any ammo in the guns there, so I come up and grab some and produce some of my own as well, and then run back down so I can get these supplied. So anyway, we're coming up to the end now. The last thing I do is just put those guns together, put a little wall on, and then put a couple more guns on and stock them up just in case anything should come from there. Another attack up the top, but that doesn't matter. So it looks like we're going to have a big war on our hands. We're going to have to do a lot of fighting, but that shall be in next episode. Goodbye.